Hello and welcome to the lecture series on socio-religious reformers in India. In today's class, I'll be talking about an important movement in the Islamic revivalism. So let's get started. The movement is named as Ahmedia movement, or alternatively popularly known as the Quadiani movement. So it was started in 1899. Let us see who started it and what was the context of this movement. So it was started by Mirza Ghulam Ahmed of Quadiani, which is a town in Gurdaspur, Punjab, and it was started in, as I said, 1899. The primary aim of this was, or the view with which this movement was started, was to establish cordial relations between the Islamic communities with all the other communities in the erstwhile India. So this is the main aim of looking at or the main aim of establishment of the Ahmedia movement or the Quadiani movement. Furthermore, it also opened schools as well as colleges so that the people belonging to the Islamic community can get modern education. So this is again a sort of liberal thought or ideology which is propagated by the Ahmedia movement with the help of the ideas of Ghulam Ahmed or Mirza Ghulam Ahmed. Furthermore, it was strictly apolitical. So therefore, this is very important because this is very important. This was not in line with any ideology per se or political ideology per se. This was a political movement. After that, we can see that this movement propagated something called as the idea or the ideology of humanitarianism and the universal characteristic of Islam. So this is again an important thing associated with this movement. That is why I said it is in line with the Islamic revivalism, I mean the Ahmedia movement. So it emphasized on the humanitarian as well as the universal character of Islam. Furthermore, the movement split into this happened precisely in 1914. That is the movement I'm talking about, the Ahmedia movement, that split into two subclasses or subheads. The first is called as the Quadiani and the other is called as the Lahori. So you might see in literature that the Lahori Ahmedia movement or Quadiani movement as well as the Quadiani movement per se. So this is how we see the split that has happened, because after the death of Mirza Ghulam Ahmed, there was a successor of him, and after that successor died in 1914, what happened is the movement got split into two branches, that is the Quadiani branch and the Lahori branch. Furthermore, it was conservative in social morale. So this is the ideology again reflected in a sense that it was a conservative sort of a thing in social morals, and the Ahmedia thought aims at restoring the ideas or ideology of what was propagated by Prophet Muhammad in a sense that they believe in the pristine form of Islam as envisaged by Prophet Muhammad. So this is again a sort of ideology which was propagated by the Ahmedia or Quadiani movement. So I hope the idea is pretty much clear. This is one of a kind Islamic revivalism showcased by the Ahmedia movement, which was started primarily with respect to establishing cordial relations between the Islamic communities and the other communities in erstwhile India, and later on propagated education for the upliftment of Muslim community, to be very precise, and thereafter we see that there is a split in the two the Ahmedia movement, and it splits into two branches, and thereafter we see that the thoughts of Islamic Prophet has to be restored, or it is the pristine form in which it should be propagated. So that was what it propagated in the later part of its history. So this is how you can look at the socio-religious movement, which was primarily dedicated for the upliftment of a community through the leadership of Mirza Ghulam Ahmed. So I hope the idea is pretty much clear. Please stay tuned. Thank you.